This is a very young football team. And when you talk about who's the leader out there on this offense, it is Josh Jacobs. But again, the Packers
y'all ready?
run the football like we're used to seeing.
13 for 32 yards thus far tonight.
Somebody only picked up 3 after I won on 83. I lost on 84. So somebody picked up 85, 86, and 87. I got 88, 89 in the room. And then I was like, fuck it, your boss said to give me everything. So I had to.
Oh, that's the last little bit.
Yeah, I had to. It's a new pack. I had to.
Damn.
I had to, dog. I told you, I told you I keep fucking with these, bro. Yeah, I told you I'm gonna fucking beat these bitches out. Yeah.
Maybe they have something to hang their hat on there. I've seen them run that defense, and it seems to.
I say, you ready?
Daniel Wheeler to kick.
Big.
Big. Big.
Big.
Gets away. The bounce is perfect. And the tightrope is lost.
Let's go, Green Bay.
The new Crafted Flats from Pizza Hut. 5 hand-crafted recipes with more toppings, all for you. There's no reason not to get them, or all 5. Try them.
How do you know if it's the right car for you?
Oh.
Ooh, the most steel ratings in complete vehicle history from car dealers. That's how. Boom.
Miles on everything you buy. And turn all of your purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on One Travel. And get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One.
Someone once said, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right.
Dedicated Cintas service reps help make sure your team has the essential products they need to help keep them looking great, feeling confident, ready to be their best. Get Cintas and get ready for the workday. Meteorologists describe the blizzard as a doozy. With it easing several few pounds, it was a ticket to Jumbotron City. It didn't cost much, just the shirts off their backs. The legend starts when you follow the captain.
Sound means only one thing. Get ready for a Law and Order Thursday. Squads are in action. Justice will be sweet. Law and Order this Thursday on NBC and Peacock. Ball first touch at the 5 to the Cowboys will take over. They've run 11 plays for 35 yards. Prescott slant. Here's a good-looking play. Complete to George Pickens. Slides into wide receiver number 1 slot with the injury to C.D. Lamb. First down at the 19.
Yeah, an aggressive approach right off the goal line, and Pickens really has to be able to take over for C.D. Lamb now. It is tough because with Lamb, they can move him to almost every position. With Pickens, because he's a new guy, they tried to just leave him at the X position and not move him as much so he could learn the offense quicker, and yet it sort of limits them in many ways because they don't have C.D.
Came over in the trade from the Steelers. He split this out. Miles Sanders. He got a bit of a block. And Sanders takes it for 8 to quite longer. Stops his progress.
And the one place that Dallas has had some success is when they can get their running game going and when they get Miles Sanders and Javonte Williams the ball. They're both talented guys. They do great things in space. But yeah, they just need to break out here a little bit.
I cannot sit idly by while you attempt to use that.
Parsons on the sideline. Played about a half, 2/3, and then 3/4 of the snaps in the first 3 games for the Packers. Javonte Williams hard running, gets a first down across the 32 to 33-yard line as Chase Ferguson for University of Wisconsin man takes that block all the way into the bench area. Ferguson or span 4? Let's see who was over there. Not sure.
Not lethal by itself, but it should rhyme with
Whoever was
some
rolling got it rolling. There is penalty marker down.
I might be able to see something.
And 9 accepted
Your
penalties in
continued
this first
efforts
half. 5
only
on
place
Dallas, 4 on
humanity
Green
in
Bay.
greater danger. Do not expect me to simply watch you escape.
There were fouls by both teams during the play. Holding. Offense number 73. After the play was over. Personal foul. Face mask. Defense number 25.
Yeah.
The total is set. Repeat second down.
It's back to second and short for this Cowboys offense that needs something to happen positively as we get towards halftime.
We were talking to Micah Parsons a little bit about his days with Dallas, and of course he knows all these offensive linemen, right? He's competed against all of them. I was like, anybody you particularly want to go against? He goes, yeah, I don't really care.
What happened?
Yeah, maybe not Tyler Smith.
I just made like a rag sandwich pizza earlier. That was it.
First round pick. Now in year 4, the
What
left guard is
happened?
the home with that spot on the interior. Right back to Williams gets that first down at the 33-yard line. You mentioned Mr. Parsons.
Let's take a look at Micah Parsons and what he's done. They're either going to double team him. Thank you very much. There's 2 big guys. Or if they're going to run the football, double team him or run away from him. That's not a bad plan either, so go that way.
But do not think
They
this
fight
is
to
the
run all
final
the way across the
challenge.
field. Maybe he gets tired, or you just run bootlegs away from him. And again, that's a little bit of the approach of not lose, and now I think they're trying to lose.
Williams. 35-yard line. He's second out of LA. Javonte Williams, his first 4 years in Denver. Rookie year, big splash, tore his ACL. Sometimes, as you often hear, it takes a few years to get back. And it feels like he's back to that style of that punishing running that we saw his first year.
It really does, and we got a chance to talk with him, and he felt like that too. Just that he is not thinking about anything to do with that knee anymore. And he was fantastic when he was a young player in the league. He made some of the great runs we've seen.
Parsons back in. Second and 8. He sees a double team. Still getting close to Prescott, who completes it for the first down to Ryan Flanoy at the 47-yard line. So Flanoy went to 3 different schools, finished at Southeast Missouri State.
Don't think of this.
Because I'm going to go get the other guy and left him wide open, and all of a sudden the Cowboys have a first down. And that was a result of protection. He did have time, which allowed all that to happen.
This down drive of the night started around 5. Play action, Prescott trying to screen it. There goes Sanders. The 45-yard line, couple shy of a first down as we approach the 2-minute warning.
The next area
And
should
Dallas has
suit
moved
you
it 50
guys.
yards.
Yeah, and stay no huddle here, which is a good idea. You've got Micah Parsons on the sideline. Let's leave him there.
Devontae Wyatt, first-round pick.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah, out of Georgia, first-round pick back in 2022. Banged up his knee against Cleveland. Is slow to get up, and the athletic training staff of the Packers out there to look at him. There's number 95.
Really good player. Really is. He was a first-round draft pick and a couple of sacks already. Second to Rashawn Gary. He is a very important part of this very good defense.
And we've mentioned a couple of times the man who was traded for Parsons, Kenny Clark, comes off that defensive front in Green Bay, and that's one place where the depth changes a little bit. Kenny Clark was a veteran presence on that team, in addition to his ability run stopping.
Well, and I think that's something we should talk about a little bit, is that Kenny Clark came over here, and he's a good pass rusher, but they were really hoping he'd help what has been a really bad run defense of the Dallas Cowboys, and he has done that. They are middle of the pack now. They are not bad at all.
That was a we have to have him in the trade portion of the Parsons deal that doesn't get discussed much at all.
Yeah, which was interesting because at one point I was thinking if Green Bay was going to sign Micah Parsons at that big contract, they were going to have to dump some contract, and maybe it was Green Bay that wanted Kenny Clark in the deal, and everybody was like, no. Dallas Cowboys insisted on Clark being in.
This Green Bay franchise is a draft and develop group. As Clark moves on, guys like Wyatt are expected to be those veteran presence players inside. It's Brian Gutekunst on the left-hand side, general manager of this Packers team. Ed Policy is on the right. He is the new president CEO, replacing Mark Murphy, who served in that role with great distinction for 19 years. Mark Murphy and Bob Bartlett, chairman emeritus now of the Packers. So the clock restarts after the injury, takes us to the 2-minute warning here in Arlington. Pack up 11.
You may be feeling confident, but I will not stand idly by.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors, we're going to take care of you. If you ever hear these sounds, or see these lights,
Precisely on schedule.
may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
This Labor Day, celebrate American craftsmanship with Renewal by Andersen replacement windows and doors. Custom built right here in the USA and made to stand up to Florida's toughest weather. Call now to claim these special Labor Day savings. Right now, buy one window or patio door and get the second 40% off. Plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. Renewal by Andersen, America's trusted window and door company.
Get ready for Truck Jam at Brandon Ford. Save over $10,000 on loaded new F-150 XLT 4x4s. New F-150 SDX Super 4s as low as $38,995. Every F-250 and F-350 in stock is at $100 over factory import. And we have select models with rates as low as 0%. Plus, all remaining new hard-to-find 2025 F-450 Super Duties, $500 over factory import. Nobody sells more trucks for less during Brandon Ford's Truck Jam.
The core values of Catania and Catania make family a priority. When you're injured in an automobile accident, your injuries not only affect you, but also the ones you love. Let our family take care of yours. Catania and Catania.
One of you has seen me.
Where West Central Florida's leader in orthopedics gets you moving towards stronger tomorrow. Where advanced treatment for unexpected injuries meets compassion that propels you forward. Where care that's personalized for you means you can be there for them. That's a difference you can feel. That's the Bay Care effect.
Coming up on the tail of the halftime, the much anticipated announcement of the Super Bowl 60 halftime show. And you won't believe what the Eagles didn't do in their win at TFL. Mike?
All right, we're ready to look forward to that announcement. Great to have the whole football night team with us here in Arlington. 2-minute warning here. Ben Stroud with the night for the Cowboys. 7-minute call. Dak Prescott gives Miles Sanders in the first down at the 40-yard line. Remember, Dallas gets the ball to start the second half. So as bad as it has looked, Dallas might be very much in this game if they can manage the last 15 seconds or so.
And we're seeing them run the football. I mean, Javonte Williams has been tremendous this year, averaging 5.3 yards per carry. Miles Sanders, better than that, 6.1. So why not stay with it?
Play action here. Prescott looking in the last minute. The 28-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Cowboys.
And that
Not need
because what you've done now is you've
just
established
an
your run.
opportunity.
They go play action off of it, slow down the pass rush, and those linebackers step up instead of going back into the passing lanes.
Clock still runs a minute to go. Down some low to keep it out of Love's hands. Putting on Prescott. Pickens, safety coming over to Pickens, bring it down. Remarkable stuff, he got it. Oh.
You will handle this yourself.
Loses it too. First and goal, Cowboys.
First and goal. Cowboys trying to come back.
The catch, the knee land first. Well, their first foot was down, and then the second toe got down, didn't it? Let's see.
precisely on schedule.
Dallas, play clock running down. Williams inside, nothing to do with there. And a timeout taken by Green Bay. About the fourth. He gets first.
Oh, you ready?
Timeout as well. Back to the catch by George Pickens.
The only way to make that play is to catch and then let your body go completely limp. You can see those pellets flying from both his right and left foot. That is so brilliant.
I always have the advantage.
Like that and get
No,
both
it
those
is
feet
you.
down. Just remarkable.
Concentration with the safety. Anderson's flying over and making contact with his arms, too.
Couldn't you just see him, though? He made the catch and everything went totally limp on his body. You just got to count on gravity to get him down. And CJ said, "That's my boy right there. There you go."
As we said, despite being outplayed, better part of 26
You have
minutes
secured
now.
the route,
Very much in
but I
this game.
cannot let you pass.
Punch it in. Second and goal. Prescott gonna keep it. Throw for the touchdown.
Let's put it in the Wayback Machine. Remember when Dak Prescott was a young quarterback? He would do this all the time. Not only did he make a good play, but he also set up the block there. So the veteran core ended up on the bad side, and Dak told us. He said, "I've got to do that. You know, I went through a whole year. I couldn't run. I had the hamstring. I couldn't do that. I have to do more of that." There it is. Huge play for the Cowboys.
Brandon Aubrey for the extra point. It is a
The secrets you have seen must never
in
be
his
revealed.
first 3 years, he had 6 rushing touchdowns in each season. Didn't have one last year. But the big threat of Pickens got it down there. And Dallas deep in the playbook. Quarterback draw. Quarterback touchdown. Game on in Arlington. Packed by 4.
Got the new iPhone 17 Pro and Verizon picked up the tab. No way. Handsome and hilarious. It's a rare combo.
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us on the best 5G network.
I mean, where else would I get it, right?
Is this what life is meant to be? Could there be something more for me? I'm just a little curious. Is there something more fabulous? I need something to chase, something to let this face. I need lost space. It's too much and never enough. Welcome to fabulous. It's spectacular, outrageous, impossible stuff. To stop and yell. Welcome to fabulous. I think this trip is good for my brain. Stay out tonight. You'll sleep on the plane. A world of absurd, a place to converse. This is Las Vegas. Welcome to fabulous.
Did you think that our story was over? You're dead.
What happened in that basement really changed things.
Dead is just a word. What do you think happens when you die? Rated R. Only in theaters October 17.
With over 200 flavor notes to discover, every sip of Woodford Reserve Bourbon is a spectacle for the senses.
Off to Orchard Park next Sunday night as the undefeated Buffalo Bills, one of 2 undefeateds left in the NFL, take on the New England Patriots. Drake May and the Pats look very good today, dominating their victory at home against Carolina, 42-13. We're in the AFC East next Sunday night. And 80 is the expected high in Orchard Park for next Sunday. So we're going to get two good weather games. That ball bounces in the landing area and then is taken by the Packers in the end zone and perfectly done by Brandon Offred.
So now any advantage in field position you might have gotten is no more because that kick was perfect.
So Green Bay with just one timeout left takes the ball at the 20-yard line. That's the kicks that everyone's trying to focus on. The Rams and Carolina are two of the best in the league at it right now. And Aubrey able to execute it perfectly.
But we see teams lose games because they can't. Arizona, right? That game the other night.
Yep. And Arizona, Seattle, Thursday night game. So Green Bay one timeout, 41 seconds. Lead shrunk to 4. Deep drop for Love. Looking to hang it up deep. Everything was covered. Must have come down to the check down, and Jacobs was covered. Good coverage on the back end by the Cowboys, and they forced Love to get rid of it.
And I don't think they would take timeouts yet, but remember who the Dallas Cowboys have as their kicker.
Just thinking that.
You know?
Right, yeah.
So now the Green Bay Packers have to think, you know, what exactly we want to do here.
Thinking if you can stop them 3-0, get a punt, you might be a play away from being in Brandon Aubrey's field goal range. A lot of things ahead. Love another deep drop. He fires across the middle, nearly intercepted. Incomplete. A step away from a catch with Dobbs, with Donovan Wilson cutting underneath. Almost took it away.
Yeah, it was almost a step away from points on the board for Green Bay as well. Wilson's had a couple of big plays, one big tackle in this one, and then comes up with this one. But sometimes you try to make that interception, the receiver cuts underneath you and makes a big play.
Point out with the injury earlier to Malik Hooker, Wanye Thomas is in at safety, along with Wilson for the Cowboys. Play clock running down here, 3rd and 10.
The Packers do not pick up this first down. Cowboys take their timeout right now.
Love. Slide it to Tucker Kraft, who's tipped down. He's got a first down across the 30-yard line to the 32. With 19 seconds left. Final timeout taken by Green Bay. Pack trying to add points. We're back in 30 seconds after this from AWS. Stadium. It's 1st and 10, 32 seconds, or 21 seconds left. Green Bay has the ball at their own 32-yard line.
No screen passes. Really.
Full start. Offense, number 70. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down. Because the clock was not running, there is no 10-second runoff.
Injury update with Melissa.
Mike, you mentioned safety Malik Hooker. He is questionable to return with a toe injury. We saw him being helped off the field. The athletic training staff looking at that left foot. He then limped up and down the sideline, hugging his teammates before going into the x-ray room. He has not returned to the field.
Toe injuries were so difficult to come back from. 1st and 15 left. The ball knocked out. It is loose. Cowboys have 2 there, including for Devian Clowney, and Dallas has it. It's in the hands of James Houston as he and Clowney were there trying to recover it. And the Cowboys have a chance with 13 seconds left. Game's first turnover.
One of the things that the Dallas Cowboys felt like with Jordan Love, he's a little loose with the ball. You see that long extension, and there is Houston to knock it out. He has not played a lot, but he has had an impact when he's had his chances.
Chris, he had that unbelievable run in 2022 with the Lions. He had 8 sacks in 7 games, and then virtually nothing after that for a couple of years. Comes in, 2nd sack here as a Cowboy. Had one in the game against the Giants. comes up with the ball at the 15-yard line now with 13 seconds and timeouts. Dallas can take a few shots at the end zone. Adjusting the play, Parsons off the edge. Prescott into a touchdown. Pickens, improbably, Dallas leads.
We got a little magic going with Pickens. Watch this little wiggle move at the top of the route. Right as he's going, he's going to the flag. No, back outside, back inside. Beautifully done, and boy, oh boy, do the Dallas Cowboys need that. They needed one of those moments, right? This whole thing was terrible in the first quarter, and the Cowboys have awakened.
After Love's first fumble of the year, Prescott to Pickens, the Aubrey extra point, and Dallas leads 16 to 13. 14 points in 32 seconds. We're back in 30 seconds.
T-Mobile has the best network. That's why there's no better place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them.
Hold on. Is this big enough? We should have music, lights, banners. I mean, you gotta feel it. Get the most powerful iPhone ever on the best network. I should dance.
This is big. At T-Mobile, get the incredible new iPhone 17 Pro on us on the best network.
No more coffee for Zoe.
So when I woke up this morning, I thought there was no way the U.S. Ryder Cup team was going to make that sweaty palms and close. And after the first quarter, I thought there was no way the Cowboys were going to get back in this game. And not only that, they lead by 3 here before halftime. That's why sports rules.
It does, and George Pickens is ruling right now as well. Those plays he's made in the last couple of drives just been sensational.
Ravens kickoff. Don't lose sight of that. They put it down at the 2. Then it bounced in the end zone. They got it at the 20. This time kicks it all the way to the end zone. Touchback ball comes out to the 35. That word #1 receiver. It's like a big deal because it's a big conversation. But CD is one. Pickens was enjoying his role as the understudy, if you will, or the leading, the best supporting actor would be.
But a lot of people will be studying Pickens to see if he could be a #1, right? Free agent at the end of the year, he's going to have an opportunity. But I think more than anything, this was a game that the Dallas Cowboys, their fans, their owner, they needed to be at least competitive. And in the first half and the first quarter, you're going,
yeah.
This has some really bad ramifications for the Cowboys. Give them credit for bouncing back like they have.
I'm out.
Dallas sees how Green Bay is lined up. They want to make sure they have the right things in place with 9 seconds left at the 35-yard line. Again, that whole change in the calculus of football with long field goals. Green Bay's 20 yards away from getting into the McManus field goal range. But it's such a good point that you made, Chris, because it's only one game, right? But it feels like it can have a lasting impact, especially a boost for Dallas if something positive happens tonight.
Jerry Jones, if they win this game, will be passing out more hugs than he probably ever has in his life in the locker room. This would be an opportunity for this team to make a statement.
And Green Bay is going to close quarters here, come in tight, Love will take a knee. Dallas will get the ball to start the third quarter, and that is a pretty big flip. It was 13-0 Green Bay. Dallas blocked the extra point and scored 2, and then gets the 2 touchdowns. To Melissa.
Matt, big turn of events there with that costly turnover. What's your message to the offense at the half?
Well, you got to be resilient. I mean, this is a long game, and it's unfortunate that happened. Obviously, that's a critical error by us.
And an emotional night for the defense with Micah's return. Just gave up 14 points. What do you need to fix?
Well, 7 is on the offense right there. So I thought our defense has been competing, playing hard. You know, we've had a blocked extra point, returned for 2 points. I think our defense is doing a pretty good job. Obviously, we got to find a way to keep them out of the end zone.
Nice.
All right, Melissa, thank you. The ball belongs to Dallas to start the second half. It's the Cowboys scoring 16 in a row, lead by 3. Here's Maria, Toyota halftime.
Thanks, Mike. Coming up on the Toyota halftime, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs finally got it rolling against Baltimore, and the Eagles stay unbeaten despite a pretty ugly second half. And we also revealed the performer of Super Bowl 60's halftime show. That's all coming up next.
Have a game day snack in the oven? Just tell Siri. Set a timer for 15 minutes.
Where am I going? I don't know. Where am I heading? I ain't certain. All I know is I am on my way. When will I be there? I don't know. When will I get there? I ain't certain. All I know is I am on my way. Where am I going? I don't know. What will I get? I ain't equipped to say.
Toyota trucks. Let's go places.
This house is rocking. We have a great one for you on Sunday Night Football. U.S. Olympic history.
The new crafted flats from Pizza Hut. 5 handcrafted recipes with more toppings, all for you. There's no reason not to get one, or all 5. Try the all-new crafted flats starting at $5 each, only from Pizza Hut.
Is there something more fabulous? I need something to chase, something to melt this face. I need Las Vegas. It's too much and never enough. Welcome to fabulous. It's spectacular, outrageous, impossible stuff. You'll stop and yell. Welcome to fabulous.
French toast nibblers or breakfast nachos?
Actually, I was thinking about heading out only because I want to beat the traffic.
But why the sleepovers the next day? I was going to throw the games on.
You're a Notre Dame guy. I'm from Texas.
Winners never compromise.
What?
Yeah. I mean, how can you call yourself a sports fan without Xfinity? You got multi-view.
The best college and pro games all in one place? I'm not going anywhere.
You ever tried pancakes and guac? You're about to. Yes, let's go. I got a little recipe, but I can't tell you, but I think you're going to be happy.
We need the host on stage for monologue, class lowering. Tell me when you got it. Let's have a time. 5, 4, 3, 2, stay like 1. We're live. Cue it out.
Ladies and gentlemen.
How many of you have written for a paper? I wrote a paper in junior high. This is terrific.
I live in Glasgow, Scotland, and I'm a huge Texans fan. Kilts are all about Scottish pride. Now they're about pride in my favourite team.
Welcome to the Toyota halftime. Let's go places.
Well, we thought we'd be talking nonstop about the Packers defense, but it's the Dallas D coming up big to close out this half. Strip sack, that goes to James Houston. Touchdown goes to George Pickens, and into the locker room go the Cowboys with a 3-point lead.
Yeah, poor by Green Bay managing the end of that half. You can't turn the ball over there, but credit the Cowboys hanging in there. It was ugly early. Dak Prescott and Pickens really showing up at the end of the half.
Yeah, Cowboys get the ball to start the second half. We'll see how they started out. All right, let's get you caught up on what we've already seen so far in Week 4, starting with the team that's still undefeated, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, and going against Baker Mayfield, these fourth quarter comebacks, trying to make a play. He did it all fourth quarter, but right here, you can't do this on first down. Jahad Campbell, big interception, really crushed Tampa Bay towards the end of the game in the fourth quarter.
Maria, Indy was game. They go out to L.A. and they got it close. It's 2020. Matthew Stafford finding Tutu Atwell for an 88-yard touchdown. Indianapolis had 10 guys on the field. The backup corner, Mekhi Blackman, fell down.
The Ravens and the Chiefs are going to be 1-3? No way, says Patrick Mahomes. He was on fire. Quick passing game was huge for them today. Got the ball out of his hand. And then Xavier Worthy. We saw him back in the lineup, and he opens up the field for this Kansas City Chiefs offense.
And coming into the season, all we heard about was these new weapons, where they were comfortable. It looked like that today.
Meanwhile, guys, on the other side of the ball, John Harbaugh saying that his team is just not good yet. How do we decipher what he's trying to tell us?
Well, first off, we trust John Harbaugh. He's got great success through the year, but they're not a good football team right now. Defensively, they're way out of whack. They're giving up way too many points. And today, Kansas City got after Lamar. Spags kept bringing blitzes. Lamar looked uncomfortable and out of rhythm.
Never got the run game going at all.
Looked good. Didn't look good.
Right.
But the concern is they should be good. There's a lot of the same guys, those core guys. To me, there's a real concern in Baltimore when you hear Harbaugh talking that way.
Listen, we will say this, though. Defensively, 7 starters did not finish the game. And also, we saw Lamar Jackson exit in the third quarter with Baltimore down 17. Now, Mike Florio is reporting that Jackson suffered a hamstring strain. He'll undergo some further evaluation tomorrow, which you'll find the latest on Pro Football Talk. I want to get back to the Eagles for a second, though, because we talked about an ugly second half, right? The Eagles did not complete a pass in the second half. But they still get the win.
They were 0 for 8. They didn't run the ball very well throughout, but they were willful and they made the big plays at the big moments. If I'm Philadelphia, I reframe it a little bit. Defenses are coming in to take away Saquon Barkley. Throw the ball earlier, create some one-on-ones outside, and get that passing game going. It'll put some air in the defense, then Saquon will come alive.
Right. They got to be a little quicker to adjust. Last week we saw the whole first half. They couldn't get anything going against the Rams. This week they're good in the first half against the Bucs, but they readjust and then they can't get going in the second half.
Yeah, it's not concerning, but for the Eagles, why do we keep riding this roller coaster?
Right.
How can we have a game plan that comes out and just executes right away?
Because it's pro football, and Tampa gets paid too. They're 4-0. You can't measure the ugliness of wins. They're finding ways to win. They'll get better as they go. It's still September, and they're 4-0.
Thanks, Coach. There you go. By the way, AJ Brown, you might want to go check his tweets or check out X, because just 2 catches, 7 yards, and he had something to say. All right, coming up, we're going to have something to say. We're going to find out who is performing in the Super Bowl 60 halftime. But first, Toyota, the official truck partner of the NFL, wants to encourage you to find your next adventure by taking a detour.
You're always searching for new air to breathe. We get lost. Find our way. And choose to get lost again. We are the detourists. Toyota trucks. Let's go places.
Se acostó temprano, mañana hay que estudiar. Pero llamó a la amiga diciendo pa' janguear.
Well, there it is. It's official. Puerto Rico's finest, Bad Bunny, will be the Apple Music Super Bowl 60 halftime show in February on NBC and Peacock. Bad Bunny, he's a 3-time Grammy winner and the most streamed artist.
Halftime show.
See you, Bad Bunny,
No!
in Santa Clara. All right, we still
What?
see the second half of this game.
Oh my gosh.
So he's gonna perform.
It's a wrap, nigga. Yo. They know he's big. That's why. The Puerto Rican nigga.
Yeah. It's gonna get wild. Shit about to get crazy.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of all audience. Any of the use of this broadcast, reading pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
I set up a play and knew exactly what we had to do. 186 hours later, we had one giant Amon Ra St. Brown cake.
No, Sundays hit different when you earn them.
You ready?
It's Saturday.
Dave's ready. Dave George ready. He's miles ahead of you.
We fly, Dave.
Let's go.
Plenty of runtime, and it's even got turbo mode.
That's what they called me in college.
No, they didn't.
They called me a lot of things, different things.
I bet they did.
We'll take it. We got a Sunday to earn.
We hope you tackle that project by Saturday so you can earn your Sunday. Lowe's.
This sandwich, it's a complete game changer. Hello, this is Mike, and the little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club is that juicy chicken with that toasty pretzel bun. From the first bite to the last bite, that bun, it's crispy, cozy, just amazing. With the pretzel bun, the Dijon mustard, and the chicken, you have those three things together, and it makes that sweet, savory kind of combination. It's everything that you love about food rolled into one. It looks phenomenal, it tastes great, it's delicious.
Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Coming to the stage this Friday, it's Ned's first team karaoke night. But he's wondering,
what if my flaky red plaque psoriasis takes center stage? Next up, we have Ned.
what if Ned knew he could treat differently?
Otezla is a pill that treats plaque psoriasis even in hard-to-treat areas. You can get clearer skin and reduce itching and flaking. Doctors have been prescribing Otezla for over 10 years. Don't use Otezla if you're allergic to it. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or arms. Severe diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting, depression, suicidal thoughts, or weight loss can happen. Tell your doctor if any of these occur and if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts.
With Otezla, clear skin could be your jam. Live in the moment. Struggling on topicals? Ask your doctor about Otezla.
You wouldn't settle for Bateman when there's Batman?
Don't touch that. Well, now I want to touch it more.
Nope, shouldn't have touched it. Little help.
Don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm.
Tonight's first half coverage is presented by Progressive.
Familiar face in a new place. Michael Parsons chasing Dak Prescott on Sunday Night Football. Much anticipated meeting. On towards Murray and Dobbs. Held on.
That was a beauty.
Michael is coming in there. Game on in Arlington. Remarkable stop.
Progressive. Insurance for coverage you can count on.
Third quarter here from Arlington. And it is Dallas leading by 3, getting the ball. That's that storylines powered by AWS. First half points in the first 3 games. Green Bay only gave up 6, but 14 in the final 41 seconds of the second quarter. The quarterback story, completion percentage good for both. Dak with the rare rushing touchdown. It has been a while for Prescott. And the Michael Parsons story, to watch what he has done in terms of getting pressure. He played 17 of the 23 defensive snaps. 9 pass rush for no sacks. He's at Dallas for their 21 crack sack. As we settle into this third quarter, Cowboys trying to get to 2-2. Packers trying to avoid back-to-back losses in Cleveland last Sunday. I mean, turn to start the third. Turpin looking to accelerate. Brought down right around the 30 a moment ago. Melissa Stark with Brian Schottenheimer.
Ryan, 14 points to take the lead at the end of the half. What started working?
Well, you got the block up here. You know, we've been not running the ball great. Defense been punching the ball, but we're a team that feeds on momentum.
You have limited, Michael Parsons only has 2 pressures. How do you continue to limit his impact?
Well, there's still 30 minutes left, but we're doing our best. He's a great player, and we've got 30 more minutes of football. Going to come down to the fourth quarter.
Thanks, Ryan.
All right, thank you, Melissa. They take over at the 30. Javonte Williams with the run for 5 yards.
Prepare to face 3 challenges. Not 2, not 4, but 3. It will always be 3.
Coordinator, so he knows the impact that
Your
Mike
freedom will not be so easy to
very
earn.
much trying to build a plan to keep him off the score sheet tonight.
Yeah, and even his
I don't like
dogs
being
got bit
watched.
by a copperhead this week. We're talking about being the head coach. You got to be able to do everything.
Snake showed up at the house that they were dealing with during the week. Sneaking through the hole there is Javonte Williams, and he has a first down at the 42-yard line.
Honestly, this has been the difference.
I'm surprised it took you that long to find. I made that one easy
have been able
for you.
to get some semblance of a running game going with their backup offensive line in there, and the Green Bay Packers have not. Josh Jacobs again at 2 yards per carry in this game. And so the Dallas Cowboys, you want to talk about any guys you want to, but Kenny Clark, Osa Odighizuwa, those guys are getting it done inside.
Here for a false start on Dallas.
False start. Offense number 73. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Tyler Smith. That's Jeff Hafley. He's the defensive coordinator for the Packers. Was the head coach at Boston College a couple of seasons ago.
A key to open the path to further dangerous about my name.
Basically, they shut out Cleveland 3 points with 3 minutes to go, and then they had to defend the ball on their own 4-yard line after an interception. But this defense really has been brilliant, but for the late turnover, they probably would have considered that first down.
I'm saving my most interesting scenarios for later.
Counting backs Dallas up to 1st and 15. Prescott and Slack Pickens could not secure it.
Initiating the next test phase.
That hurts. You know, he had the drop last week that led to the interception right in his hands. And sometimes the easy ones are the hard ones that keep your eye on the ball. You could see his head moving up the field. Just took the catch for granted. Just fundamentals of everything in football, they come back to haunt.
Reset here off the clock. He made the tough one earlier.
Yeah, you can see his eyes right on the ball there. And, you know, he's been sensational, not just now. That's so good. Just so good. Comes back with another touchdown as well. And, I don't know, he could really be special if he really got it all together.
It's the 2nd and 15. Javonte Williams only a yard. 3rd and long coming up. Injury updates post-halftime with Melissa.
Yes, for both teams. Let's start with the Packers. Devontae Wyatt was injured in the first half. Briefly went into the medical tent. He is out of the game with a knee injury. As for the Cowboys, running back Miles Sanders, we saw him limping to the locker room. Questionable with an ankle injury, but the athletic training staff telling us he's going to try to give it a go.
They don't have another traditional running back behind him. Hooper Lipke is more of a fullback and is in protection now is the other back. Prescott protected, launching downfield towards Tolbert. Inside of
The key is yours. This moment of hope will make the coming terror sweeter.
4th down coming up.
So, the Green Bay Packers are playing almost exclusively a cover one. So here they'll come back here. So these deep shots are there. And if I had Pickens on my team, I would take some of these. Just give him a chance. Because when you throw that ball up in the air with a great athlete, a great player, one of the tremendous contested catch guys in the league, you're going to have some chances. Now, you spread it around, I understand that, but Pickens is the one that can do the special things.
Anger to kick. Romeo Dobbs is now back to catch the punt. Does it at the 19. Made a man miss. Heads to the sideline. A return about 5 or 6. Here to the 25. Taken out at the very, very end of the play there by John Fitzpatrick, the backup tight end. Everybody's okay as they swerve out on the sideline.
This would be a pile of you by now.
Down 3.
Someone once said, whether you think you can.
Heart rate and blood pressure are elevated, but no significant adrenaline spike yet.
You're right.
Now's the time to upgrade to the new Dell AI PC. It's optimized for AI workloads and engineered for the future. So no matter what's next, you're ready.
Plus, envy.
think you're clever. I'll have this back online in moments.
Oh, this one's blocked. The asshole blocker.
Like crafting a bourbon. Even the angels would envy. Angels envy. Word. The envy.
Hey, my treat today.
I don't think they'll take that here.
Of course they take Discover. You're stuck in the past. Unlike me. You look rad.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places nationwide.
Totally.
Disguises are so much fun, unless they're in your kibble. Chicken meal? That's achy birdie bits processed into powder. It's time for Fresh Pet. Wholesome ingredients with nothing to hide. Fresh Pet.
Vandals, cease immediately.
Sunday Night Football is brought to you by Toyota, the official automotive partner of the NFL. Let's go places. 5 Progressive Insurance for coverage you can count on. And 5 Best Buy. Imagine that. That is Cowboy great Jason Whitney. He's now the head coach at his school, Liberty Christian. Got a win in the Friday Night Lights over Trinity Christian. But his son was the star. Whit's son Cooper, 2 receiving touchdowns, a sack, a pick, and a fumble return for touchdown.
I bet you Whitman's never had as much fun in his whole life. Nothing better.
Well, you know it, you know it. Congrats to Whit, one of the all-time best. Jordan Love of the Packers taking over for the 24. Space here. Josh Jacobs. Pass Sanborn. First down, get him a dozen. As we begin the third quarter for the Packers.
You know, I really thought that we were going to see some blitz packages out of the Dallas Cowboys, especially after the way the first quarter started, right? And yet they have just stuck to their guns. And give Matt Eberflus some credit. He hasn't changed who he is. And they just got better. The pass rushers in this game tonight,
I never intended you
compared
to
to what
get
we
this.
saw a
It's
week
part
ago
of the
against
test.
the Bears, night and day difference.
I could barely believe this.
Jacobs stopped. Mayor Elam, the tackle.
So here's a little what we're talking about. This 4-man rush, they are not doing anything differently. They are not playing man coverages. They're not playing zone blitzes. They're playing 4 guys, and they're rotating them around, and they are getting consistent pressure down the field. And that is how the Cowboys can survive. You expected, I mean, they drafted some players. They brought in players as well. James Houston came in here. Sam Williams moving inside. So they moved some people around. But the consistency of the pressure is something we haven't seen this season.
You've seen where Matt Eberflus has been.
You may feel free now, but one day you may awaken to find that you have transformed into something monstrous. You will destroy your families.
3rd and 2. As Golden makes his 3rd catch of the night.
As soon as I say that, they come with a blitz. You know, I mean, so all right, why not? There we go. Just everybody's going to come around here, get a little pressure on the quarterback, and you have to impact the quarterback in this thing. There's no way to win games without moving him a little.
3rd and 2. Green Bay trying to do it in the air. Love. Every first look covered. Every pressure. Now he's sacked. 5 down. Way away from the play. And one by the quarterback. Tackle made by Sam Williams. There was a flag thrown on the near sideline with the ball in the far hash, 40 yards away from this, and that flag was thrown as Williams got up in the face mask of Love. So 2 flags, 2 separate fouls. That's what Ron Torbert and his crew are sorting.
Yeah, there's a hold and a face mask.
2 fouls during the play, both by the defense. Holding. Defense number 7, that penalty is declined. Personal foul, face mask. Defense number 54. That telling him to be enforced for 2 yards on that first down.
Just a killer. This 3rd and 1, you get a sack. The whole, it's just.
They did everything right.
They did.
Right? Except for the end.
Except for the holding of
Everything else was perfect, but they did take away those first looks for Love. And you saw the graphic before how the Packers were just rolling on offense. And then after that touchdown, they just hit a wall, couldn't get anything going. Now trying to build some momentum as this first down takes it into Cowboy territory at the 47.
Jadeveon Clowney, remember that name? Right up here.
He's the former #1 overall pick. His 17 in the last 8 years. He has been bouncing, to say the least. 140 games, 58 sacks in his career. #1 pick by Houston back in 2014. Now 32 years old and one of those named players that the Cowboys have added in the past. So the walk-off is taking this ball to the 38-yard line. That's what the sorting was. Look at the number of Clowney last year in Carolina.
We'll just have to keep an eye on him, see if he has any of that spark left.
Played 9 snaps in that first half. It's his Dallas debut. Quick hitter, Jacobs. Open. Good move to the outside. Jacobs. Out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. Wanye Thomas in for the injured Malik Hooker is out for the rest of the game with an injury. Made the stop.
Big time play by Jordan Love right there with that audible. He busts them. He knew they were blitzing right there. So he takes the audible, let's go run away from that thing, and they bust it out big. That's really good quarterback play by Love.
Longest Packer run of the night, 19 yards. Out quick, and Williams puts his shoulder down. Savion out of bounds right around the 15-yard line.
It's been a nice response, right, by the Green Bay Packers. That was an avalanche to end the half, and sometimes that just happens to you. Have a turnover, and there you go. But for the Dallas Cowboys defense, even holding the Packers to a field goal here would feel really big, right? Their offense had a chance, didn't get it done. You just don't want to start the same way in this half that you did in the first half.
Second and 6. The fake to Jacobs. The pass to Kraft. He is in for a Green Bay touchdown.
What a game.
That's Timberlake, South Dakota. Caps off the drive. His 3rd touchdown catch of the year.
Yeah, Reddy Stewart on the outside just got fooled on that one by Kraft. Let's take a look to see if he is in.
Woo, this jersey gets hot, bro.
The ball here as he comes down. Down.
I'm going right back outside.
More look right
That.
here.
Oh.
Elbow hit out of bounds. It almost seems to happen at about the same
Hey,
time.
Green Bay coming back.
And replay needs a deeper look at that one. Looking for a touchdown or if it's 1st and goal at the 1.
We're a lot of good boys, but the real question is, are they good enough to treat me with dignity and respect? Are they good enough for me? We do things in a timeless, classic way, and our clients really appreciate it. It doesn't get more fairer than that.
My name is Jeffrey Manchester. I robbed 45 McDonald's.
Good morning, Pete.
And I've been living in a toy store for 6 months.
Authorities everywhere are on the hunt for the roof man.
But that wasn't even the crazy part.
I would like to introduce you to someone.
Be careful who you talk to.
Would you go out with me?
I would very much like to go out on a date with you. You got to cover your tracks.
Whatever you do, you can quit right now.
Wolfman, only theaters.
Nice one. We want our kids to thrive.
What's your secret?
I clean trees and this. Real juicy juice. 100% real juice.
With immune system support from vitamin C and zinc.
But will my kids still like the taste?
The new crafted flats from Pizza Hut. 5 handcrafted recipes with more toppings, all for you. There's no reason not to get one, or all 5. Try the all new crafted flats starting at $5 each, only from Pizza Hut.
Handsome.
They said I was a long shot, so I put in the work. Never gave up. I had people who believed in me. I'm partnering with SoFi because they believe in their members' financial ambitions and help them bank, borrow, invest, and earn to achieve them. Because when you have a team that believes, no dream is a long shot. SoFi, get your money right.
All right, back in Dallas. Here was the call a moment ago.
It will be Green Bay ball, first and goal.
So it is reversed. Ron Torbert with word from replay there in New York. You see the ball is just shy of breaking the plane. I mean, just shy, as it all happened at once. The elbow, the shoulder, the out of bounds, the pylon, the whole deal. And it's first and inches for Jordan Love and the Packers. But a flag for a false start, similar to what we saw earlier. Did he move the ball?
False start. Offense number 74, the center moved the ball towards the goal line. That's a 5-yard penalty. It's first down.
Terry, I'll let you take this because they've been watching this very closely.
So, Mike, he didn't have a normal adjustment, but he can't move the ball across the goal line.
Or even forward, right?
Well, he can move it in a normal adjustment. This looks like it's a little bit too far. He's moved it basically half the distance to the goal, and can't do that. That's a false start.
And they've been on top of that all year with telling teams from the officiating group, you will be watching this and calling this. So first and inches becomes first and goal from the 5, and Josh Jacobs gets 3 to the 2. It's another strange night, isn't it? What's been happening on these Sunday nights, man?
Yeah. You know, that's the funny thing is, and I understand it because for years centers have been getting away with that, right? And what they do is they almost straddle the ball and squat straight down and then, you know, extend it as far as they can. So, but when you're on the 1-inch line, I don't think he did it on purpose to try and gain an inch.
Their play clock is running down here. Still in the huddle at 7 and 6. Matt LaFleur checking out the play clock, sauntering down the sideline. Love sees it, snaps it in time. Jacobs through a tackle of Leofow, but stopped at the 2. Ezeraku again. Donovan Ezeraku, the rookie out of BC, showing up a couple of times here tonight.
I mean, this is a defense that's flying around. Look, watch all the bodies coming in here. The Dallas Cowboys, I think, have heard enough about their defense and how they're not good and they can't do this and they can't do that.
3rd and goal. Walks it into the end zone for the Green Bay touchdown. Nice drive for the first drive of the second half for Green Bay. So they kept it over 5 minutes with a mix of the run and pass. And now Brandon McManus, whose last extra point was blocked and returned for 2. Essentially a 3-point swing on that. Gets the 1 here, and Green Bay is on top by 4.
That was, I kind of like that sequence on the part of Adam Stinovich and Matt LaFleur because, you know, there were some questions. The offensive line and the running game just wasn't going, right? So you get backed up and you want to try and establish something. You're on the road here. They've had some issues with the center snap. They've had some issues You know, their center looks between his legs to be able to do all that. And they go like bang, 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 3 straight runs, get it done. Little confidence builder for some of these backup linemen in there was the head coach saying, I believe, man, we are not backing off. And this is how playoff games go.
Yeah.
You know, it's like everything's a fight. Every inch is a fight. And that's what it's beginning to feel like here.
What's been interesting with this Green Bay team, they've had changes on the offensive front. So has Dallas. And with all the talk of Micah Parsons and Dak Prescott and Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs to score there, you said this a couple of times this weekend, it comes down to backup offensive linemen. And when we look at this, we never talk about that stuff, but that's really where the rubber meets the road in the NFL.
Which is exactly what Jerry Jones talks about when he says you need money to be able to pay a lot of different players. And that's what it is. Backup players decide playoff games.
Magnus to the end zone and waiting for the whistle. There's a touchback. Just ruled a touchback. They waited for a moment. It was very close. Melissa with more on Dak.
Yeah, Mike, something we're seeing down here on the Cowboys sideline. Dak, when he comes to the bench, has put a heating pad on his lower back several times. You can see him doing a little twisting, a little stretching, a little loosening up. He just did it again before this drive. Something to be aware of, but no medical attention.
Okay, Melissa, we'll keep watching Dak as we go through the night. So the ball's coming to the 20-yard line here. Not out to the 35, which is what would happen with a kick that was a touchback.
Clock is 7:07, please. 7:07. Clock will start on the snap.
As the ball was fielded by Turpin, we've seen multiple returners almost lose orientation with the goal line as they were catching the ball. And this one comes out to the 20 because of how Turpin took care of it on the kick. Prescott on first down. Charge to Jake Ferguson. Very busy last week. Quiet here tonight. Green Bay's all over him there for no gain.
Yeah, Mike, that time the Green Bay Packers came out in a little bit different look. There's the 5-man front right there. And so I think they're paying attention. And you see Dak, instead of trying to run into that, he's going to go ahead and just get it out and throw it. But significant moment now for this Packers defense to back up what their offense just delivered.
Second down, Prescott deep is covered, comes back, Jalen Tolbert, market gain of 4. Be 3rd and 6 with Dave Hobbs. Came over from the Raiders in free agency, making the play from the cornerback spot for the Pack.
Every team needs a really good slot receiver that really understands what's going on. And Kevontae Turpin that time found some space in the middle of the field. He's just not that big body guy. You know, so many times we see those slots, big presence in the middle, tight end, whatever. I think Dak's going to have to learn to trust that he will be there and begin to squeeze in the middle of that field.
3rd and 6, Packers 3 underneath. Retreating, Prescott puts it up, goes down, and he's got him this time. First down with Turpin at the 39-yard line.
Such a big moment in the game as far as I'm concerned. You come right back to him, and you let him work a normal route on the outside. He typically is the guy in the slot, has so much speed, so much explosiveness, it forces the DBs to back off in a huge play.
Tie your shoe, man. Williams run to the 43-yard line. You got the replay of the toes coming down. The shoelaces were down there as well as we get towards the 5-minute mark here in the 3rd.
That's how good he is.
There you go. Toes down, shoelaces down, whole deal.
Now, if only the shoelace went down. Would that count, Terry?
Smart, right?
Not a blind
43. There is Turpin.